Hello, everybody. Another interesting episode here. I interviewed my friend, Booth the Clown, who is a professional clown. Yeah, I didn't really know those two words really went together very often, but they do, apparently, professional and clown. This was another fun episode. Basically, I wanted to figure out what a clown actually does, you know, and like how they kind of survive the background that they need to become a clown. And it was actually pretty interesting because when I think of clown, I usually just think of either myself or or a kid's party. And so I was just kind of really interested in digging a bit deeper on that. As far as shows coming up, I don't have anything in the pipeline besides like the regular stuff. Next year, which will be 2021, lots of fringe festivals. But yeah, up until that, not much. Enjoy the episode. Boom shakalaka. That's terrible. No, that is terrible. Okay, now, when talking, try and keep it like a shotgun's, like a shotgun. A shotgun, yeah. Shotgun fucking to your face. But if you keep it like this distance and then angle it a tiny bit so it's like, yeah, front on. There you go. And so you're essentially like talking straight. Like, just talk straight into it.
Hello.
There you go. And I might just angle tiny bit. Fuck. No, that's fine. There we go.
This is the whole podcast.
This is how we do. Yeah, this is just us messing with the audio settings. We're chilling. We're vibing. So, Booth the Clown.
Oh my god, that's me.
So, would you say you're a professional clown, part-time clown?
Both.
I
guess. Yeah. I mean, I'm as professional as I guess. Well, not as professional as you could get as a clown, but
yeah. Well, that's what I kind of really want to actually figure out. Like, how sustainable is being a clown? Like, is it like, can you make a let's say in New Zealand first. In New Zealand, what do you do to survive as a clown, financially speaking?
Well, every morning I wake up in the sewer and I lure another small child.
Off to Epstein's Island you go. I'm sorry. Anyway. Yeah, like okay, so like when I think of a clown, right? I think of
go for it.
Circus and kids' parties.
Yep.
That's all I know.
This is probably what I get the most, which is so funny. Is always like before like even what do you do or like when do you do or any of that, it's like how do you live off that?
Yeah, totally.
How are you sustaining as a clown?
Yeah.
And I'm like, mainly with confetti. And like pre-pandemic time, that was my full-time job. So I was in a nationwide tour. Like I was in a children's theatre tour.
Yeah.
And then XYZ pandemic
shuts it all down.
Yeah.
Bankrupt.
But before that pandemic, I was making bank.
Really?
Making bank as a clown.
So that's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Like, that's really cool. So you were going from like the top of the North Island all the way down to the bottom of the South Island?
Yeah. We're doing a North and South Island tour.
With like a troupe?
Yeah. Like a theatre company, troupe. Yeah.
And are you guys like one part of the performance, or are you kind of like as a clown like the main in this particular show, like the main? What was the show called, first of all? If there was a show.
I won't say because the show's like still on.
Oh, okay, got you.
But it's just been like recast and I can't get into like all of that.
Okay.
But there were three of us and we
spilling tea right
Yeah. Well, it's not even like spilling tea as much as I can't remember everything in the contract. So I can't remember how much I can and cannot say.
Got you. Okay.
But I guess...
Go to jail after this podcast.
Yeah. A small police car comes in.
18 cops jump out of the police car. Like,
just like comically large cuffs.
Do you know what I wanted to do for this episode? Part of me was like, I wonder if I could how many clowns I could hire. and get them to come in at different stages of the podcast. So it's like more and more clowns
Oh
come
my
into
God.
the podcast.
That would
So
be
there's, like,
fantastic.
20 clowns, and they're all talking at the same time. It's like, okay, here we go, and they're all just chatting.
As someone who's taken up like clown workshops with Fraser Hooper, which I highly recommend.
Fraser Hooper, shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Fraser Hooper, the clown mentor, my main clown mentor.
Right.
The guy, the dude.
The one.
The one.
Is he like Wellington, like New Zealand's premier clown?
Nah, not like premier, but like he's done. He, as far as I know, like has lived from like off being a clown, doing street performance and going from festival to festival and doing like some theater stuff as well. And that's been his job for like years and years and years. He started off in the UK and now it's real cute. He used to live in the UK, and I think I remember reading this on his website. Stalk your mentor.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was in an article, I can't
Or
remember.
his LinkedIn, or his Instagram, or his
Or maybe-
Tumblr. I was on all of them.
Yeah, it was Tumblr.
Does anyone
I was
have
like, I
Tumblr?
remember he reposted something, and it was like, just clown things when you move to New Zealand because you fall in love with a Kiwi. Aww.
Right. Sweet.
Yes.
Did he come over on like a small plane?
He just like scuba dives like out of the water, like comically large.
Rainbow flippers.
Flippers.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to go back to as a career clown. How oh god, a bit of ASMR there for you.
A career clown.
A career clown. So like, what is that? Yeah, well, give me a run through of what you were doing before lockdown. So you were in a troupe
Yeah.
and you're traveling around.
Yeah, well, we never got to the travel part, so I was just part of the development process, which is another avenue of income.
Okay.
I guess as like a clown, like you'd be surprised how many like assets you fit into as a clown. Like people go like clown, oh, you can only like they picture just the birthday party clown
Sure.
and the circus tent clown, which both those clowns are making bank.
Right.
Yeah, apparently
Really?
birthdays are a really like lucrative market because kids are having birthdays all the time.
That's true.
Yeah,
it
dude,
is
when you
true.
think about it, kids do be aging.
Kids definitely have days on which they were born.
Yeah, birthdays
Gavin
happen
learns.
every year.
Consistent stream of revenue.
Just and then they they get older, and then you start marketing your cabaret stuff.
Yeah.
Start doing ends parties. Like, oh, I remember you. Oh, that'd be amazing.
That'd be crazy. You just have like a lifelong contract with one person, and you just do performances with them throughout their whole life. You know?
Lifelong entertainer.
I tailor. Yes. For this next trick, I'm gonna pull a Budweiser out of my hat. For this next trick, I'm gonna rhino this Budweiser.
And for this next trick, taps Mike. Remember when you were 5 years old and pissed your pants? Everyone on the 21st laughs. Like,
I did that just now. Oh.
yeah, I'm peeing my pants right now.
There's no shame in that. There's no shame in that. That's got to be normalized. It really does.
Piss your pants in public.
Yeah.
It's sterile.
Apparently that's okay. I'm not even gonna go there. Okay, back to the earning money. So
Back to earning money.
back to the. I'm just curious about this because I'm always curious to see how people in the arts are surviving. Right?
Yeah.
Because we always hear about it being like struggling artists and stuff like that, and it's true. Like I think at least with me with doing comedy, it's like oh fucking good luck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But do you think being a clown is like niche enough where it's not super competitive, but at the same time it's or maybe you must be a good clown. You are a very talented clown. I've heard many.
Yes.
It's crazy. Like without even knowing anything about you, because I met you at Jules, our good friend Jules Daniels. Met them at the party, and met you there. And then I was just talking about I've got a clown coming. I'm like, oh, is it Booth? And I'm like, how do you know that Booth is? And like, yeah, we know her. I was like, oh, crazy.
Whoa.
So that's through like multiple interactions that I've had with people.
Wow. Wait,
You're known.
I'm known.
You're known.
But is this just Jules talking about me?
No, it's not. It's like these are three separate people.
Three separate. Whoa.
Yes.
I am talked about.
You are known.
I'm
friend.
known.
Like a celebrity. I'm fanning out right now.
Such celebrity. Yeah.
Wellington's most powerful people have sat in that chair. Yeah. I'm a power player now. I know people.
Yeah, heck yeah. A podcast must be a sweet gig like that.
Yeah, we racking it in. I got no sponsors. I need to figure out how to get a sponsor. Do you want to sponsor my podcast?
Yeah, sure, because
Sick, man.
I'm racking it in.
Yeah, prior to COVID.
Yeah. I've always got the like little asterisks and like, I'm racking it in. Pre-COVID.
Yeah. I was a successful crown pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID.
Yeah, I got this joke about this comedians making the most amount of money during lockdown because of the wage subsidy. The golden era of comedy was when no one was doing comedy.
Yep.
Yeah, I was like, because you remember we had to like say you had to like lose 30% of your income to get the wage subsidy. I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, I lost 100% of the $10 that I made last year. You know, I'm desperate for it. But anyway, so you were a full-time clown in the troupe, clowning around.
Yeah, so we were doing a development season. The show.
You were talking about assets. Sorry, go back to that. You were talking about the assets of like clowns can fit into like multiple different.
Yes.
Okay. So we have birthday clowns,
circus clowns,
but there's so many other things you can do as well.
Cabaret clowns. I found out recently. I found out there's porno clowns. There's porno clowns. I'm seeing porno clowns pop up about.
Like you make porn as a clown?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. That makes total sense. I wonder if you could create like an OnlyFans, a clown OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Have you thought about doing that? There's no shame in that. Honestly, like if I could, I'd fucking do an OnlyFans.
The shame is not the issue. It's the fact that I want to make children's shows.
That's a very good point. You probably maybe okay. You make the children's shows, and then as they get older, you get them onto your OnlyFans.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Boom.
Develop the fetish early.
Yes.
By imposing myself.
Subliminal messaging to kids, fetishing the clown thing, and then you get the hook, line, and sinker.
Boom.
We making money. So people do OnlyFans for clowns?
I mean, like, I haven't done...
No, I'm not saying you, but like I'm just saying like...
that's
a niche.
I mean, like, I don't know. I just, like heard about it, like, this sort of friend.
I mean, shit, you gotta survive, right? Like, I think OnlyFans has created, like, a whole new industry for so many people.
Yeah.
You know?
OnlyFans... Oh, I know people on OnlyFans who, they're just... Yeah. They're working their own hours. They're in charge of their own work completely.
Totally.
Sounds awesome.
That sounds awesome. I do think about this, though, as far as, like, the whole industry goes, and I think there really needs to be... Because I've talked to quite a few people. I have a few friends who work in the industry. And in my just observing kind of thing, I think... No, as in, like, you know, their stories and stuff like that. Oh, you were just burping. You weren't cringing. Okay.
No. I was like, no, you're good. I'm gonna just... I'm like, I can't turn into the mic. I mean, I can.
You can, but I have to watch the mic. But like in my observing, I see like quite a few. I think there needs to be like an exit strategy as well, like a strategy of like, where do I go after this?
Yeah.
Especially for a woman, there kind of needs to be like it's a unfortunately, because it's your physique, right? I think a lot of times the people are banking on, and so it's like, you know, for guys at least, the male gaze.
I'm following them for their sparkling purse.
Yeah, I'm following them for the plot, you know. I buy into the character, their intellectual...
I've committed so much to the lore, I can't back out now.
The lore, oh my god.
Actually, if there was like an OnlyFans ARG...
What's ARG?
Alternate reality game?
There's gonna be. You know there's gonna be. Come on. How would that play out, though? Like, you just get a... Dungeons & Dragons OnlyFans style.
Well, it'd be like, you know, like is it Marble Hornets or like
Marble Hornets?
Oh, have you seen? Have you ventured on this part of the internet?
I have not.
Or like, is it Dad is Cool or Your Dad?
I've heard of Your Dad.
You can subscribe to Your Dad on YouTube. It's like I don't know, it's like, and people do it on Twitter a lot. Like, people have like, oh, I just moved into this new house and this spooky stuff happening. And there's like pictures of spooky stuff and you follow this Twitter thread. Oh, there's like Daisy's Monsters or something like that. And you just you'll either follow a Twitter thread or you subscribe to a YouTube channel, and it's
Sure.
like,
It's like a story
yeah,
progressing, and the channel is dedicated to this one story.
yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So the narrators are YouTubers, or they're like
Right.
someone who's making a YouTube video, or there's someone tweeting. It's all told
Got
from the
you.
perspective of the person using the social media.
Okay,
So
okay.
an OnlyFans ARG would be like, you'd be following someone on OnlyFans who's just, cool, sexy, naked pictures, and then
Sure.
like midway through it, it's like they start like posting really random glitched out stuff, and then like later on you're like, oh, they're a robot.
Yeah, or you could do something where it's like do you remember that sexy picture I posted 2 weeks ago? If you look closer in the right hand corner, there's a goat. Oh shit! You know what I mean? And it all ties in. Yeah.
That's the one.
Yes.
Yes. Making it tomorrow.
I'm gonna be an OnlyFans manager.
Boom.
That's where the real money is. Leeching off the artists. No one realizes it. There's real money in screwing artists.
Yeah. Well, I was going to go on to how I'm a clown manager.
Are you a clown manager?
I just manage clowns. I make sure, just any,
Go on. Okay, so there's that. There's that blows my mind. That I guess there's an industry for everything, right? Like the whole clown OnlyFans thing.
Yeah.
That's insane. Do
I
you know
didn't
what
mean
I
to
thought?
derail so hard.
No,
It's
this is just a
OnlyFans.
chat. We're vibing. We're
We're
vibing.
vibing. Okay, cool.
But there was another thing I was talking to somebody about this recently, and with comedians, there's so many avenues for comedians to get work, more so now than there has been in the past, where like advertising agencies will now employ comedians to see like a comedic perspective on certain things.
Yes, that's a thing for clowns as well.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a lot of overlap, I reckon, between what a clown can do and what a comedian can do.
Right.
Like, in hireability. They're just like, we need someone to make the funny, or someone to look over our funny, make it
Yes.
funnier.
And office people usually are not that funny.
Not bureaucrats.
I've worked in an office, so I can say that. I just quit recently, actually,
Pew, pew, pew.
to make this podcast.
Woo!
Not really, kind of, sort of. I wanted to follow comedy a tiny bit more, and so I quit my job. I was finding it hard to like just manage my time. You know what I mean? It's so hard to work a job that pays the bills and pursue a creative or artistic passion.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's like the classic
yeah.
dilemma. It's insane.
Yeah.
So how do you find? Are you working at the moment as well as being a clown, or are you still pursuing the full-time clown avenue?
At this current point in time,
Yeah,
I am, still pursuing the clown life.
got you. Okay.
Only because nothing else. So I also have a certificate in makeup.
Okay.
So I could go back into doing some makeup stuff. But
Yeah.
Even the idea of trying to put a CV together or just trying to apply for a normal person job crushes me.
So daunting.
Crushes me. And I'm like, my perspective on this year is that it's all a bit of a write-off.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anyone's going to blame me if there's a blank space on 2020 in my CV. And I'm still doing, like, this month I have a gig at least once every weekend.
Oh, huge.
Yeah.
Nice.
Pew, pew,
Plug
pew.
that. What are the gigs?
So what are the gigs? So tomorrow, woo!
Tomorrow, Saturday.
Tomorrow's, yes, Saturday the 10th. So probably too late. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely too
Definitely
late.
too
Definitely too late. The president of the United States may or may not have been elected by the time this comes out. Yeah, I did these. Maybe I'm doing these too far in advance. Do you know what I mean? Like I try and this week I've done 4 episodes, and so like that's
recording.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I release them once a week.
Yeah.
But then that means I'm like 4 weeks ahead of time. You know what I mean? Is that too much?
Nah, I think that's fine.
You don't think so? Okay.
Is that too much?
I don't know. Is that too much learning?
Am I doing too much?
As in more like
I
for the
too
audience, my
prepared?
28 subscribers. You guys subscribe to my YouTube channel after this.
Oh
This
yeah,
is
can do. Hell
it's a
yeah.
slow burn. but
Hell
it'll
yeah.
get
I'll
there.
promote I'm all for the social media grind.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
It's such a weird grind though, right? Like
It
it's-
is.
The last thing I want to be doing is being on promoting on Reddit and stuff
Yeah.
like that and just doing that shit. It's like I'd much rather just enjoy doing this.
Yeah,
Doing
for sure.
stand up, and it's like the weird admin that comes around it. Like imagine if you told like fucking Sam Kinison, or George Carlin. It's like, bro, you need to start making, you need, little cameo videos. You have TikTok, bro? You got TikTok? Start making TikToks.
You gotta get on that grind, dude. You can build so much an audience.
You
so
can build a
quick,
following. Yeah, you want to build a following? Do a TikTok dance. Do a TikTok dance for us.
Yeah, dude.
Have you done a TikTok dance?
I have. I haven't learned any of the dances on TikTok because
Neither have I.
because they suck.
Yeah.
And some of them look actually pretty good. I'm like, oh, those are actually some like sweet moves.
Yeah. I deleted TikTok just recently.
No.
It's just annoying, man. What pops up in your TikTok feed?
The best content.
Really? Mine's just awful content.
True.
It's just like, I swear to God, it's like girls just shaking their butts and then asking if the one that made me do it the worst was like, there would be the caption, be a girl looking all hot, and she'd be like, be honest, could I pull you? And I'm like, yes, you probably could, but get out of my fucking
You're a
feed.
human being.
Yeah, you're exquisitely beautiful, and I know you know that. Stop. Why are you doing this?
Dude, are you straight, my guy?
Yeah, I think like 95% straight. Yeah.
There's the problem.
Why?
You got straight TikTok.
Yeah, probably. You got UFC fight videos and stuff like that.
That's what you get. Sorry, I don't make the rules, but I do enforce them.
You don't make the rules. China makes the rules, and they're incredibly intuitive.
They're like, yep, they determine your sexuality.
That's crazy. Isn't that crazy? How just like your watch time indicates kind of like what you're interested in. But I'm not even interested in it. They made me delete my TikTok. They fucked up. They screwed up. Is TikTok even allowed in the States anymore?
It is.
It is?
Yeah,
I thought it was getting kicked out.
Yeah, there was a whole. I didn't keep up with it because I was just kind of like.
Too busy on TikTok.
Well, I was too busy. Yeah, too busy making sweet TikToks and also being like, yeah, they should delete this app.
It's fucking awful.
I'm like, I can't wait till the US is booted off this. And it's just like the Europeans and the Kiwis
Yeah.
and the.
That's a good point, actually.
And it's just all us. We don't have to hear about Americans anymore. Like, another TikTok about how your political system's messed up. True.
Yeah. We get it.
We get it. We know.
Man. So tell me, how does one start becoming a clown? Or how did you become a clown? How did you get into clowning?
It was a horrible transformation.
Really? It was a horrible transition conversation-wise as well. I messed that segue up. But that's all good. We're vibing. How did you get into it?
That wasn't a dig on your segue.
No, hey, it's okay. It was, speaking of segues.
So,
Great.
it was a full moon and my nails grew longer and now I'm a clown.
Yeah.
Well, that's a kind of a weird one. Okay, yeah, I guess, because here we go.
Yeah.
Brain just like signed out and signed back on because my knee-jerk reaction answer is I've always been a clown. I've been clowning for as long as I know, and then I found out there was a word for it, and that became my occupation.
Right. So clowning found you.
It does feel like clowning found
But when
me.
did you turn it into like I mean, I guess getting up on stage is what I mean. You know?
Yeah, totally. If you want the non-hippie answer.
I want the non-hippie. I had Hari Krishnas on before like this week, and I just no more hippie stuff. They were great, by the way. Shout out to the Hari Krishnas.
Oh.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, so I, for whatever reason, had decided to move here in Wellington, started doing burlesque and drag. And I really liked how they were both really free-form art forms. Like, I just go up there, I just have to have me, I can do like whatever I want. For burlesque, it's just I do whatever I want, but clothes come off.
Sure.
And drag was like, I do whatever I want, but I'm Timothy Tapping. I'm this character.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess a lip sync is semi-necessary. Like, there's a few things that you got to hit, but you can do whatever you want around it. Which I really drew to, because I used to want to pursue acting. But I hate all the parts. I hate all the parts. I hate all the roles that are available to me.
Fair enough.
I'm like, oh, I could be love interest number 2. I could be best friend. I could be mother, or I could be dead hooker.
I'd like to be dead hooker.
Yeah,
I'd be really good at being.
I love the. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'd rather be a live hooker. But I do like lying down in my own blood.
Yeah. Acting in the least effort possible. Yes, I'll be dead. I'll be dead.
Yes.
So you went from drag to burlesque at the same time, and then transitioned into clown.
Well, basically, through doing those two things, I was real involved in the cabaret scene here.
Okay.
And I knew a couple of cabaret folk who started doing the circus qualification at Federer that's now...
It's been removed, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a bit of... It feels like I'm lying to people when I tell them about my qualification, because they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, I have a degree in circus. I can't even remember what it is, because I didn't do it for the paper.
Sure.
No, like...
Is this a traditional, 3-year degree?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. So I knew a couple of people who were doing that, and were saying that they were getting real buff, and they were getting these really amazing skills, and they were improving in their performance ability a lot. And the classic cheeky thing in the back of my mind where they're starting to be able to market circus acts, which way more marketable. So they're starting to make extra money. They get to do roving gigs, stuff like that. So I'm like, I'm gonna try out for this circus course. I'm never been particularly physical. I did dance growing up, but I was like, I'm gonna swing for it. The people that I knew who were in it were pretty strong, stronger than me, fitter than me for sure. But I was like, if I go in and for the open day and do everything that day, they're gonna ask me to only do the starting thing that day, but I'm gonna do it all. I'm gonna go hundies. So
it's a trial to get in? Is that kind of what it is?
Yeah, kind of. Okay. Well, I found out later, basically, if you applied, you couldn't.
Sure. Yeah, we'll say it was a trial. It's all good. Yeah. I'll edit that out. Yeah. Incredibly strict, hard to get into.
It was really, really elite.
They did not need the money. They were not taking anybody.
Yeah, I had to force myself into the splits. I just.
I was in a wheelchair for 3 weeks after this trial, but I made it.
Yeah, but they loved my commitment
to the handstand. So you get into this school.
Basically, I met the course coordinator, Deb Pope. Her shout out to Deb Pope, the Pope, the Pope, another big circus mentor in my life, who very grateful to have the teachings of.
Yeah, I imagine.
Yeah, she's great. Basically, it was like in a movie almost. She gave me the you're weak as shit, but you got spark, kid.
Did she smoke?
No.
So you go into the school. It's a 3-year degree.
Yeah. So got accepted on Spark merit.
Nice.
They were like, we're gonna just make you strong.
And did you get jacked?
I by the end of it, I could do 2 chin-ups.
Nice. Get you a gym membership. We can get there in 2 weeks.
The chin-ups, it's one of these chin-ups, in my defense, the tricep chin-ups.
Those are definitely harder.
From full extension, hanging off the ground.
Smooth motion?
Smooth, yeah. Slow.
Not any jerking of the legs and stuff like that?
No, hang on, yep, absolutely jerking of the legs. Okay, so the first one I did perfect form.
Cool.
The second one, it was but in my defense, I think I could have done 3 if I wasn't so surprised by the first one.
So, what do they teach you in circus school? I mean, it sounds to me like there would probably be a lot of event management in there, which is quite a transferable skill.
Yeah, well, in the 3rd year, you get way more into the event management. So you produce what's called a body of work. So it's a 15 to, it was meant to be 15, but for us, it was kind of a 15 to 20 minute, maybe half an hour, showcase of your skills, you have a major and a minor that you want to showcase, skills, story, all that kind of stuff. That's essentially your big project qualification. When I did my body of work last year, that's how I got picked up for the theatre company.
Right.
Yeah, so it's kind of yeah, this is why I say I didn't do the degree for the paper, because
Sure.
yeah, creating the shows and getting the skills was like worth its weight in gold.
Mm-hmm.
I'd do it all again.
Could you do it again?
No, I mean, I can't do it again because
done
it's
that,
not.
Was that like a matter of? Sorry, carry on. But we'll jump into that later. But yeah.
What was I even saying?
So you got picked up by a circus company.
Yeah. So yeah, you create a body of work. So there is event management, but for the main part, what I would tell people that I do, they're just like, what do you do in circus school? Like, push-ups?
Nice.
Mainly. Like, it was just, especially in the first 2 years, just, so you do, like a good warm-up and conditioning in the morning. You do handstands. Handstands you do like 2 to 3 times a week. You do adagio, which is like partner acrobatics. / balances. You do that like every couple of mornings. We'd have dance classes. In your first year, you kind of it's kind of like a triadle. So you do like equilibristics, which is like juggling or tightrope walking or anything to do with like manipulating an object or balance. So like a roller bowler, all that kind of stuff. Gesundheit. And we do tissue, silks, trapeze.
Right. So it's a lot of physical stuff.
A lot of physical stuff.
Okay.
Tumbling, all of it. You do every part of the circus.
Right.
And then
okay.
in the second year, you
Tame
figure
lions.
out. Sorry.
Tame lions.
Many.
I am pretty anti use of animals in circuses. I don't know.
Everyone is.
Yeah, in New Zealand, right?
Myself included. Like,
yeah. Is that a New Zealand thing, or is that more or less a global thing?
It's more or less a global thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Where, I'm assuming probably Russia, China, that they still use animals?
I actually don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
It's weird how that's all getting phased out, right?
Yeah.
We're transitioning now to even, SeaWorld. It's gradually... do you know what, though? I listened to a podcast recently with SeaWorld. A guy who works at SeaWorld.
Oh, sure.
Worked at SeaWorld.
Did you see World?
He worked at... There was, he was... he saw the world.
He saw...
He was working at a form of SeaWorld. Like, it wasn't SeaWorld, but a similar style. It was that kind of thing. And then closed it. They pretty effectively, shut it down. But SeaWorld is essentially still growing. Especially in China, it's still getting big.
Oh, true.
Very, very big. But it's
yeah.
I wonder if that's eventually gonna melt into zoos as well. And I'm in this movement of abandoning use of animals for entertainment.
Yeah.
Zoos, for some reason, get a pass, and I think the reason they get a pass is because they plug the conservation element.
Yeah.
But I don't know. In my mind, it's kind of like you're conserving an animal for what purpose?
Yeah.
To keep it in a cage and let us look at it. It's like, is there any point in conserving the animal?
It is unnatural.
Yeah, but at the same time, if the animal's going to die in the wild, and let's say like an animal's abandoned by its mother.
Yeah.
For example, a giraffe gets abandoned by its mother.
For sure.
They pick up the giraffe and they raise it and try and reintroduce it to the wild.
Yeah.
And it is unable to survive in the wild by itself. At that point, is it okay to bring it into a zoo? And I would say potentially, but I mean, I don't really know what the animal's quality of life is going to be like if you take it into that environment.
But conservative, was it conservative?
Conservation. A conservation perspective. Yes. Yeah.
Conservative.
Kind of the opposite, right?
Yeah.
It's weird. Those two words almost mean the opposite thing. Right?
Yeah.
Are you conservative? Then you're not about conservation. Do you know what I mean? How strange is that?
Yeah. How funny is it that being conservative is not
about conserving the environment.
Yeah.
How strange is that?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Or really yourself.
Yes. Yeah, or society.
Or society. Or anything.
It is about, I think they
sell
sell the idea of it's about yourself.
Yeah.
But like it's
society.
If you vote for like the party that's best for society, you are actually voting for yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, but I think
definitely.
Parties like ACT or probably the New Conservatives preach this idea of absolute freedom, full autonomy for the individual. but human beings were never meant to live as individuals.
No, we're social creatures.
Exactly, like a collective group.
Yeah.
And that's where I kind of get weirded out, where it's like in the States, you have like the right and the left. And I see the right as kind of like this idea of we're all forge our own path, you know? It's like, well, if you look more to the left, you have this idea of like bettering everybody.
Yeah.
You know, collectively. And I think the best society is the one where everyone's quality of life is as high as possible. You know? Yeah.
Yeah, heck yeah. No, all for it. That's part of why I clown. Whoosh! What a segue.
Wait, really? Go on.
Yeah. I, look, kind of from doing it for a wee while now, or at least performing, I love that clown allows you to, like, unite people. Like, it's cheesy, like, oh,
explain.
unite people.
Yeah.
I did a paper, because you also did academics.
Okay.
There was some writing, believe it or not, in circus school.
Right, with rainbow pens?
Yeah, felt tips. Sometimes.
Big pencils. You write your essays with like...
Well, there were also weights, and we were upside down.
I wonder if that'd be a funny skit. If it's like, all right, we're just going to write our essay for clown school now. He should be like, oh, God.
Hoka.
Yeah. What? So you have 15 minutes left. Oh,
Just getting pied in the face, trying to write this. Stop it! Ah! Hoka sprays water.
Clowns need to operate in tense environments. Lemon meringue, chocolate pie.
I wish. Oh, that would have been great. It's funny, I did get assessed on my clowning, and that was a whole thing, but I'll get into that later.
Go back to your why you clown.
Why I clown. Mm-hmm. So I wrote an essay about, it's like, you had to write about the history of something. So I was like, the history of clown. Okay. For sure, absolutely. I knew it was something that I wanted to pursue from, like, the get-go, since starting up circus school. It's like, where in the circus could a funny person fit? Funny person with, like, not a lot of, like, I can't lift anyone and I can't lift myself real crazy good. What could I do? And, you know, in the circus, the clown is the only one that has, well, it's not like the only one entirely, but it's the one that has the most connection to the audience. They are, like, what's it called? Like, they're like...
intermediary between the two?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, no other performer in the circus...
is interacting to the same degree that a clown does.
Yeah, except for, like, maybe the ringmaster, but the clowns and ringmasters tend to go kind of, like, hand in hand.
Sure.
Because everyone else, you know, you can't connect to an audience so good if you're in a handstand on one hand, you know, and the audience isn't expecting that really of you anyways, because they're just like, whoa, that person's body, whoa, this person's so high up, whoa, like, you know, there's still, like, a lot of, you know, planting your feet and putting your arms out and going, oopa, isn't that good? And everyone's like, yeah. But the clown is like, clown's whole skill set is to be with the audience. When people ask what I do, like, as a clown, like, what it is that I like what is clowning, I say, like, the best way I can describe it is it's like I'm a musician, but the audience is my instrument.
Carry on.
What was that?
I was like, okay, bro.
Yeah, I know, right? It sounds, I know. This is like...
But no, I'm just joking. I totally understand what you're saying.
I don't understand jokes.
I'm a comedian, and I totally disagree with you.
Yeah. I know it sounds like... Yeah, the more I talk about it, the more, like, cheesy... but it is super psychological, so it is a bit cheesy. Mm-hmm. Humans are a bit cheesy. Mm-hmm. Sorry about it.
Cheesecake in the face.
Yeah, clap, and everyone goes hee hee hee, and I go, I know this tickles everyone. But it's Fraser, Mr. Hooper, the clown mentor himself, he talks a lot about breath. So it's easier to get people to laugh on an out breath, yeah? So if you can sync the audience's breath with you and you play up a rhythm, you can encourage them to exhale, ergo laugh.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
How do you try and create the rhythm
So,
as a clown? Because I'm
Yes.
familiar with comedy,
yeah,
but as a clown, because are you using a lot of verbal or is it more physical?
I do physical.
Okay.
I'm not a very verbal clown.
Okay.
I'm just comfortable. I call myself a mover.
A mover.
I'm not a dancer,
Shaker and mover.
but I move. I move and way funny.
That was actually pretty good.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah. Oh,
I saw
whoa.
the isolation of the. Yeah, there's a robot.
Do this one, of course. Whoa, whoa.
Oh, it's
That
like,
was
like one of the
good.
rave festivals. With
Yeah.
the finger things where you have like the lights on your. Yeah. Dude, tonight we going out.
Yeah, hell yeah. We're gonna make some money. Just on the side of the street, like. That'd be sick. That'd be sick. Street's a whole other avenue as well.
I want to talk to you about that after this.
Yeah. Can't believe I didn't even touch on street. I went straight to porn.
Naturally.
Street, yeah, totally lucrative, big business. But porn though.
Yeah. Let's talk about porn.
But I just found this fun thing on the internet. Anyways. Rhythm.
breath.
So, I'm trying to think of like an example. Okay, so one that, an example that I've seen, I can't remember the name with clown, but she's brilliant. She sets the rhythm of her clown piece by like singing a song. That's a real classic one. Just like like this lounge singer, like an empowered, beautiful, glamorous, and he's singing a song. And that's the first rhythm. And how you break that rhythm is like she takes a couple steps and her heel snaps off on her high heel shoes, and it causes her to fuck up the song. Can I swear?
Right. Yeah.
Yes!
You're all good.
It causes her to fuck up the song, and that's funny.
Sure.
And then she's like trying to tape
Wow.
the heel, while singing. So you've got two rhythms simultaneously, and
I get you.
yeah, if that makes sense. Yeah, so you've got, and how they play off each other and juxtapose, and also the juxtaposition of, I guess, some character stuff as well, but mainly the rhythms. Yeah. And so she's just timing gags at a certain point that it's funniest. She's making music.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I typically kind of like when I create work, I got it from Fraser. I call it like making business.
Making business.
You just got to make some business. Okay. So do whatever you want to do. So at the last Dope As comedy, I microwaved a pie. I brought in the microwave from my flat, and I microwaved a pie live on stage.
That was it?
That was it. Yeah, I've been playing a lot with just trying to make it as simple as possible, because in my Dragon Burlesque, I noticed that I really loved an ambitious project, but there's a lot of cons to ambitious projects, and I want to challenge myself to get simpler. Mm-hmm. I think as well as a clown, like the simpler you can be, the better the material is. Mm-hmm. Like
the more accessible it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
Exactly. Well, you want to find a universal truth.
Right.
Yeah, I like to find like a universal like humanity.
Yeah.
As dorky as that sounds, and this gets back into uniting, because everyone leaves going like, I know that experience, and everyone else in that room knows that experience, and we all laugh together. Catharsis.
And I guess as well, trying to like remove the dialogue bits as well kind of makes it a bit even more so the case.
Yeah. That's why I really, really love physical, because
right.
I've had mates who English isn't their first language, and they rocked up to one of my gigs and they were like, I didn't understand anything in the show, but I understood yours.
Gotcha. Interesting.
And I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would probably make you like way Yeah, just more versatile in different settings as well. Like, do you have dreams of traveling overseas?
Definitely. Big time. Big time.
And how long have you been a clown for?
So I graduated last year.
Okay.
So this is my first year as a clown.
Nonetheless, though, it's a great start.
Yeah.
Even I understand like the context is like almost impossible to make anything, right
Yeah.
now. But the fact that you had something happening,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Do you feel like within the comedy space, I don't know if it's the same within your section of entertainment, so much of it's self-driven? Is there much of a path that you can follow, or do you really have to create your own path in this?
I guess there's a path that you can follow, and I guess the path that I think about that's like the most set would be sending audition tapes to like big companies, like.
Right.
Although, Cirque's bankrupt now.
Is it actually?
Is it? I can't remember. I remember Cirque's not doing so good at the moment.
Is when you say Cirque, do you mean Cirque du Soleil?
Yeah, Cirque du Soleil. Excuse me.
Okay.
Excuse me. We all call it.
Yeah, in the industry, it's Cirque.
In the industry, it's Cirque.
How many companies are there? There's Cirque du Soleil. There's the Moscow Circus or something like that came here a while back.
Oh, yes, yeah. The traveling circus is here. There's Circus Aotearoa, but they're currently also on break.
Right.
But that's like the main like classic Kiwi tour.
Sure.
And that's in a big tent. In Australia, there's a heck of a lot of touring circus companies.
So they're able to like
theater companies.
You could. I see it, and sometimes because I remember I went to this. I think it was the Moscow Circus. I can't remember what it was called. This was like early this year. Early this year we went, and went there, and I saw maybe 50 people in the audience, maybe 60. And I get there for like a month, so doing shows every night. But just the scale and the operation involved in running the circus seems like there's just so expensive.
Yeah.
To run versus how many people you're getting through the door.
Well, I don't know how it logistically works completely, but I think it's like first of all, I know that the circus performers also set up the tent.
Yeah. So now, when you're a circus performer, are you getting a percentage of the ticket sales, or are you on like a salary?
I think they get a percentage of the ticket sales.
Percentage of the ticket sales. Okay.
I know in Circus Aotearoa as well. Like, I think they pay for their accommodation. So one of their caravans, or they'll be renting two among one caravan.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
it's kind of like a really long like camping trip.
Yeah. Yeah. Does that appeal to you?
Yeah, definitely. Oh, it's like it's the another fantastic thing about circus, and like Circus Aotearoa in particular, is that you travel to the real like rural parts of New Zealand, and you get to perform in front of a lot of people who don't have access to that kind of entertainment.
Definitely.
Which is so important. Like, art's for everyone, entertainment's for everyone. Little kids, when you take them to a circus show, it just like blows their mind.
Love
and it's
it.
so cool.
Yeah.
And for a lot of us, especially a lot of street performers, one of the reasons that we perform is because we had circus performers as the only access as a kid. Like, a lot of people from low income families, they're like, yeah, I got to see street performers and I got to see a circus and stuff, because theater's too expensive.
So many people have that early memory,
Yeah.
It's almost like at least in the Western world, like it's like a universal experience. Like, yeah, I remember I saw this cool thing in the street, cool busker.
Yeah.
Busker.
Yeah.
So street.
Yeah.
Street circus.
Yes.
A form of busking. Yes.
Yeah.
Have you done it?
No, I have not. I really want to. Busking's looking like my best option of things to go into.
Just for practice as well.
Definitely. Oh, I would love to just be a nuisance in public.
There's a cool magician who's up on Cuba Street. I want to try and get him on the podcast. I think he's from China. He lived up in Auckland, long hair. He's on Cuba Street.
Kozo.
You know him?
Yeah, he's Japanese.
He's Japanese.
I
would love to get...
Oh my God,
I'm sorry,
Kozo.
From Hong Kong.
Yes,
He did... Maybe he did...
He does do magic.
Yeah, but maybe he did magic in Hong Kong? I always thought he was from Hong Kong or Shanghai.
Maybe I'm getting it really wrong. Because I know he talks in Japanese for someone else's show. Oh my god, if I've gotten this really wrong,
No big deal. I mean,
we're all gonna chop all this out. Is he Chinese or Japanese? Oh,
I'm only saying that because
Kozo?
I can't remember what he told me. I'm not sure.
I can't remember either. Have I
Yeah.
just made an assumption?
No, I didn't make it. Yeah, I mean, I was talking to him, and I want to get him on the podcast.
He's in Wellington now.
Yes, I know.
Oh,
I
right.
know. Are you connected with him?
Yes.
Well, I'll get his details from you after this.
Great.
That would be so cool.
Yeah.
But
I was gonna say he's probably on the street now.
he's got a crazy good routine that he's doing, and
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's racking it in as well.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
He's got an FBoss machine set up.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
who carries cash around nowadays? Do you carry
Nah.
cash? Never carry cash
No.
anymore. Like what the credit card industry must have done to buskers. And,
yeah, true.
You know, and I think homeless people as well. You know, like no one carries. It's like I genuinely, if a homeless person asks me money, it's like I'm sorry, I genuinely do not have any money on me, man. I'm sorry, you know.
Imagine
Then they
if-
whip out an FBoss machine.
Yeah. Paywave. Like, yeah, shit. All right. You had me. You were prepared.
I respect the hustle, my friend.
Sick.
I wonder if you could do that with comedy as well. Do you reckon you could do that? I know Dave Chappelle did it in like Central Park. You know, it's stand-up comedy.
Yeah, that's something I'm really interested in exploring for sure.
Stand-up comedy or busking?
Busking.
Yeah.
Both. Yeah, both. One day I'll talk. One day I'll actually do stand up.
We could do a duo show, a duo busking thing. I
Oh.
wonder how that would work. I don't know how we do that. But we could be on Cuba Street.
Yeah.
Dude, I
Dude.
could be the MC while you do your clown stuff.
Oh yeah.
I could be the king of Sting.
The king
King of Sting. And I'm just incredibly abusive to people who walk by. I'm just an asshole.
Yeah, perfect. Sounds good.
Yeah, taken to jail.
I mean, really, yeah. Dude, I'm keen. I just need someone
We should talk.
willing
It's
and
summer.
shameless. Yeah.
Summer now. I'm pretty shameless. Yeah.
Nice.
That's a good idea. Do we need a permit to busk?
Yes.
Yes.
There's a free permit.
It's a free permit.
Free permit.
Okay, that makes sense then.
Yeah. And it's real cute. If someone from the council comes by and asks you for a permit, at least what I've heard from my busking friends,
Yeah.
they just come by and they're like, "Do you have a permit?" And then you go, "Yes," and they go to pull out their permit, and they're like, "Oh no, that was the right answer. If you said no, I was just going to show you we could get one."
Oh, it's so sweet. Makes you feel good, eh?
It's like, you're not in trouble at all. I was going to check in so I can help you.
What's I'm trying to think of like I'd love to do that because I want more stage time.
Heck yeah.
And I need to just get better at comedy.
Well, that's what I'm finding this year in particular.
Mm.
Over lockdown, I got really into making Instagram stories because I needed a performance outlet.
You're quite active on Instagram.
I am.
Yeah. Do you enjoy it or do you?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I hate it.
Dude, I mean, I'm in two minds about it. Like, I enjoy entertaining people.
Yeah.
Just the admin that goes behind.
For sure. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, sometimes it feels really like exertive, and sometimes I feel like I'm just posting for the sake of posting. But, you know, for the most part, if I don't want to post something, I won't.
Right.
And if I don't want to post that day, I don't.
I just never want to post.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe.
True.
And I actually, after watching have you seen The Social Dilemma?
No.
Watch
Oh,
The
that's the one that
Social
everyone's talking about.
Dilemma.
Everyone's going, watch The Social Dilemma and then delete everything.
Pretty much what I did. I turned off notifications, and if you look at my phone over there that we're filming on, it's in black and white. And it's crazy because when I turn the colors back on my phone, it's just like, whoa. It's
true.
crazy. Like, it sedates me in a weird way, and then it makes me just go, oh, this is nice. It's so strange, man. It is
True.
weird. There's like whole
True.
teams behind design, just the color palette of your phone. It's like designed to be addictive for you. It blows my mind.
True. Well, yeah, I definitely need to check it out.
Yeah, give that a watch. Give it a hoon.
It'll be partial like, oh yeah, I need to watch out for that, and I'm gonna utilize that technique, and I'm gonna utilize that technique.
Yeah, exactly. Into
Great.
my act.
More bright colors. Yeah, watch as my Instagram stories are just super saturated.
Super saturated. You're employing everything. Oh, that'd be so funny.
Everything's got a clickbait title.
Yeah. You won't believe this.
Yeah.
Social experiment gone. Sexy?
Guys, comment on my latest post saying what your favorite color is, and you'll be in to win an iPhone Max.
That's what always weirds me out is I go into my discovery feed on Instagram and it's just like weird ass shit. It's motorbikes and hot chicks. I don't know if my feed is the particular, but I only follow meme pages on Instagram.
True.
That's it. It's just memes.
I see.
You know? And then I just...
So the algorithm's like, this must be a dude.
This must be an incel. That's probably what it is.
That's what
I'm an incel simp. That's what it thinks, which I'm not.
Yeah.
I am not an incel simp.
Sure.
Just an incel. Incels...
No simp zone.
I looked that up, right? The definition of an incel is somebody who has involuntarily gone without sex for 6 months. I feel like that's most fucking guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or maybe that's just
most
me.
People.
Just people
Most
in
people.
general. It's like, Christ almighty, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Stop labeling me.
Yeah. Fucking, I was an incel for like the first 20 years of my life. And
Same.
And yeah, hell
First
yeah.
18 years of my life, I was unknowingly, involuntarily celibate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe when I was 16,
I was OG
I was
incel.
involuntarily celibate at that point. You know, from 16 onwards, I was involuntarily celibate. Oh, God. God. I reckon, first of all, I reckon, like, single-sex schools are bad.
Did you go to sing?
Did you go to single-sex school?
Yeah.
Where'd you go to school?
Did
you grow up in Wellington?
I grew up in Auckland.
Okay, then I won't even know it. Yeah. But I grew up in Wellington. I went to Wellington College. And,
Sure.
yeah, man, they do not teach you how to interact with the opposite sex.
They don't.
It's only now. I would say I'm 25 now.
Sure.
23 to now, I've still been learning how to like properly interact with women. Just like because you how much of your life, it's the most foundational, pivotal points of your life, like realistically from 12 to 18.
Yeah.
So much development happens. You're
Yeah.
trying to figure yourself out.
Yeah.
And conscious development.
Yeah.
Not like where you're a child where it's unconscious and you're like, unconsciously being shaped by your environment.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, Jesus Christ, to like separate boys and girls at that age, it doesn't make sense.
Nah, I'm in two minds. I mean, like, it'd be different if I was a dude and I went to an all-guys school. I don't think all-boys schools, I mean, yeah, monosex schools are not great, especially with what we know about gender. And now, like, it kind of feels more and more like, but what if you're submitting boys who don't know that they're boys yet into girl schools? Like, how hard would it be what happens? How can you transition in these schools?
Well, at Wellington College, I think, I don't even know if I should talk about it. I know that is the case, that it's okay. Like, within Wellington College, I know during my time there, it was very much lads.
Yeah.
But then they had a new principal come in, and it's become a lot more progressive.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, for the better.
Yeah.
There's a lot of resistance from it, saying it's taking away from the school culture and stuff like that. Just let boys be boys. And I'm very much in two minds about that. Like, I think there's definitely, I don't know. I don't think there's one set structure that suits everybody.
No,
for some boys, that all boys school, fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Totally.
For me, nah. Like, it just was not good.
Nah. My younger brother went to a all-boys school, and it was traumatic.
Yeah, it's just not. It doesn't suit everybody. But then do you make the argument? Well, it's like, that's fine. Then there should be all boys schools and there should be mixed schools.
Yeah.
And I 100% had the opportunity to go to a mixed school, and I didn't.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
True.
And so.
No, there are girls there, and now I'm scared.
I had no idea how to talk to girls.
Oh,
I didn't have girlfriends, like friends that were girls, till 19.
True.
Like, a friend that was a girl was 19, and like.
Actually, I was the same. Yeah.
And then like proper. I don't know. It's weird. I just, you're just taught to like look at, when you're brought up in an environment, you see boys as equals and then girls as others.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That is true.
And then when you see them as other, and when you see somebody as other, you definitely look at them like as not equal. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's whether it's implicit or not, or whether it's conscious or not.
Yeah.
You just, it's a product of the environment you've kind of been brought up in.
Yeah.
And it really needs, the older you get, the harder it gets to change somebody. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
And so you need to start having more conscious and direct conversations with an adult. And one thing about being an adult is you become proud and set in your ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
definitely.
it's hard. I think that's like a big issue we see society as a whole is people pride.
Yeah.
Pride is a huge issue.
Oh, for
you
sure.
know?
People hate change.
People
Change
hate
is
change.
big. Change
Especially when
is
you
big.
build your identity over it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to say like, hey, no, you got to change. You got to change. You know, it's not right. That's why we see so much pushback.
Definitely.
And more now than I think ever, because things are moving so much faster than ever. You know, yeah, there's all sorts of change happening. It's very strange. It's very fast moving, fast moving environment. It's hard to keep up, you know? Don't you think?
Definitely. Oh man, I often think to myself, man, I wish if I went to a co-ed school, maybe I would have more game.
Do you feel like you don't have much game?
I have no game.
I don't have much game either.
What's the game? What are we
How old are
playing?
you?
24.
I'm 24. Well, 25.
Wait,
actually.
am I? Yes.
Yeah. I do that too.
Yes.
When's your birthday?
February.
February. Okay, so you're 25 soon. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'm 25 this year.
Am I 24 or 23? How old am I?
What year were you born?
96. I'm 24.
Yeah, you're 24.
Yeah, boom. Quick maths. Oh my god. I think the other day I was like, I'm 25. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, I got caught out doing that thing where they're like, Gavin, how old are you? And I'm like, well, you know, I'm 25. When's your birthday? I was like, well, I'm 25 in like a month.
True.
Fuck up, Gavin. God, but yeah, it's definitely things move very fast, and I think. Sorry, was that your foot that was nudged? Okay, podcast gone awkward.
Physical
Gone
contact.
cringe. I had a podcast episode where I just stared at someone for an hour. So someone's sitting in your chair. We just stared at each other in the eyes for a whole hour. No talking.
Great.
No talking.
Oh, awful.
You guys should check that out on Gavin Learns. Fourth wall broken.
My wall. My wall. No.
It's all, can you mime? Are you a good mime?
I would say so. I would say I'm a good
I would
mime.
love to see a busking mime.
True, that is a
Because
thing.
I have never seen a mime that busks here in Wellington.
Nah. Well, it's interesting to see what kind of street thrives here in Wellington and
What
what
do you think
street
does thrive?
dies. People like noise and sound and height. Those do well.
Noise, sound, and height. Interesting.
Like music playing, some jams. You'll be walking down the street, oh, some jams, and then there's a person talking. They're like, oh, you, nice hat or something. You're like, oh, me, I do have a nice hat. I'm gonna go watch a show. I don't know, whatever the hat line is there. This shows how much I don't know about the street setup.
Sure.
And then
You weren't raised on the circus streets.
Yeah. I go by. You buy a ticket and then you have no choice. You're gonna like the show or you're not gonna like the show.
I will not be refunding your money. Leave us.
Now I'm gonna microwave this pie. And you paid for
Hot
this.
pie in your face.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That did happen in the show.
Imagine if you threw it at someone's face.
I didn't throw it at anyone's face, but I did help implement someone putting it in someone else's face.
Nice. Imagine if it was like super hot.
It was. I didn't have to imagine because it was.
Oh my god. Are they okay?
And he was vegan and it was a mince pie.
And his face looked like mince because of the burns.
Oh, it was
afterwards.
potato top. So it was like hot potato.
Oh, I would have loved to have been there just to eat the pie.
Very good. It was Rian. Do you know Rian?
Yeah.
It was his
He got
30th.
pied?
He got pied.
Nice.
Anya pied him.
That's good.
With my pie.
Of course, Topaz.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
It was,
I
yeah.
can be seduced so easily by food. It's like, it's not nothing else will do it. It's like, you want a beer? You want some drugs? Hot girl? It's like, you offer me sushi. I'm like, if I was in a James Bond character and there's like the seductress, I'd be like, listen, bring me some food and then I'm good, but you can just leave me alone.
Oh my god, that's so funny. I brought like a whole bunch of show and tell.
Do you want to do some show and tell right now? It's usually like an audio format, but we can do it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Let's do it, man.
Okay.
Let's go for it. Take your headphones off, and then I will. I'm gonna stand and watch.
I mean, I can. It's just illustrations. I don't have I wasn't gonna do like a trick, but just because you said
Go.
you were seduced by food,
Yes, go hard. Yeah.
I was like, hang on. Oh, here we go. Whoa, that's weird.
It feels different, eh? Wayo. Booth the Clown is currently going to get some tricks out of her bag of tricks. Ladies and gentlemen, I emphasize
Here we go.
both listening on the podcast directory as well as watching on YouTube. I feel like watching on YouTube is kind of cool. I prefer watching a podcast on YouTube, even though it takes up more of my data and my batteries. But it becomes like one extra step involved in the listening process.
I personally hate it when people do visual stuff in podcasts.
Do you actually?
I do, and
Interesting.
And here I go.
Here we are. So I have a sexy ice cream here.
There we go.
Nice. This is a very, very sexy ice cream.
Yeah, I was.
What a babe. That's like perfect for me.
Yeah.
That's my perfect woman.
There you go. I was like, I found her. I found your dream girl.
Can I keep looking through this?
You go for it.
Yeah, okay.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Okay, I see a sexy hamburger as well. You're quite a good drawer.
Hey, thank you.
This is not bad.
Plugging my drawing as well.
Yeah, you can buy Booth's artwork at Redbubble. Is Redbubble a thing?
You can just follow at Booth Inc.
Yes. What is your Instagram? Plug that.
Follow at booth.inc for my illustration and kind of everything. It's where I post about all 3 personas that I perform as. That's like the central hub. Or follow Booth the Clown at Booth the Clown if you just want to see some sick Instagram stories.
Hey, yo, I will be linking your stuff in the description of the video and on the Anchor link as well.
Sick.
Is there anything else you wanna plug? You wanna spout? I'm vibing. I'm chilling. We can keep going.
Follow at Gwen Porcelain.
What's Gwen Porcelain?
That's my burlesque persona. So like the first persona I created.
So burlesque is seductive dancing, essentially, right?
Well, it can be, yes.
It can be, okay.
It's, I guess at its like most basic form, it's the tease.
The tease. Right.
It's all suspense. It's suspenseful dancing.
Where is burlesque done here in Wellington? Is it Bats?
Fringe Bar, usually.
Fringe Bar.
I see the most burlesque at Fringe Bar.
Through Hugo Girl. Right?
Yeah, Hugo Girl produces a few burlesque gigs. I'm doing a burlesque gig in Ivy Bar in November called Not For You Burlesque Show.
What's the date of that? Because people will be able to buy tickets to that.
Sick. What day is it? It's like the 27th.
No worries. So it's Fringe Bar.
Fringe Bar. No, it's not. It's an Ivy Bar.
Ivy Bar. Time.
Oh
name.
my god.
Just give me the name.
It's called Not For You.
Not For You in the Cavern Club. It's in November, ladies and gentlemen. Which is this. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's in Ivy Bar in November. Check it out.
I don't have any times or dates, but you don't got the location and just rock up anywhere. Worst case scenario, start taking your own clothes off.
Hey, that's not bad, actually. That's a good idea. There was something I wanted to talk to you about. I can't find it. I'm slipping a total blank right now.
Something about burlesque?
I want to do a comedy show in a strip club.
Oh, true.
I think that would work really well.
Yeah.
Everyone's kind of like, oh, that's be weird. But like, I know so many friends who are like, I've never been to a strip club, but that would be like the perfect way for me to go check one out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'd love it. I actually, well, I haven't been in a strip club in real life, come to think of it. Wow, I haven't.
Like ever?
Nah.
Oh, snap, yeah.
Oh my god, I haven't. Have I? Oh, maybe
I've been twice, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty I don't really enjoy it.
I've been out and around, close to.
Yeah.
I've stripped, not like lap dance stripped, but like burlesque stripped.
I've never really enjoyed the strip club. I don't know. It just, to me, feels kind of pointless.
Yeah.
You know, just like a tease, which I get. That's what it is.
Yeah.
But what also blows my mind is like, you know, in what other thing do I just give somebody $20?
Yeah.
Here you go. Here's $30. It's like, what? And then my first thought is like, I could have had dinner. That's my dinner right there.
Still thinking about food.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Honestly, that's my first thing. Like, how many meals could I have bought with that? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Catch it like Subway or like the nearest takeout place. It's like dropping.
Yeah. Now dance for me, Subway boy.
Make the sandwich slower.
Strip Subway. Is that a thing?
That'd be amazing. I wish.
Speaking of Subway, did you hear that their bread was officially declared not bread in the UK? Or was it Ireland? Ireland. Because it's too much sugar.
Oh, God.
The sugar content was 4 times the normal amount that normal bread has in it. And so Ireland was like, you You can't call this bread.
You can't call it bread.
It's not bread.
It's not bread.
It's not bread. I can't believe it's not bread.
Do you know that hot dogs are vegan?
It's sawdust, right? Is that right? What's in a hot dog? Surely not. I don't believe that.
It's like meat cut-offs and stuff.
I honestly don't eat hot dogs. Are you vegan?
Neither do I. I'm not vegan.
You know what's crazy is everyone fucking hates on vegans, but I've never had a vegan try and shove veganism down my throat. Have you?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe that's just me then.
I have. Womp womp. I mean, less so now.
If I ask them about it, they'll tell me all about it. But I reckon that's like it's really like probably an LA thing. You know? Like, I imagine in LA there's fucking everyone's trying to shove their ideas down your.
Definitely, I think as well. Someone who performs a real physical thing and thus is in training spaces, and thus you get people who are real into wellness.
Yes.
You get the occasional vegan who's just like talking about how everything's toxic and
right.
and, I can taste the pus and milk, and I'm like, yeah, it's the best part, mate.
I get weirded out when I have a coffee. Sometimes if I have a coffee with milk, I can taste. It feels like I can taste the smell of a farm. It's very strange.
True.
I know, but it's like I'm just like,
man, I'm not gonna
too real.
Diss on anyone else. After dissing on someone else's yum, I'm not gonna diss on anyone's. But it's that's just the knee-jerk response I have to like, you're making me feel ashamed.
Yeah,
I
true.
never want to feel shame for eating.
Yes, that's
Soz.
a very good point.
As a woman, I get enough of that from just kind of everything.
What do you feel is unique about being a woman in the circus space? And we are once again only speaking in New Zealand because that is where your experience is.
What?
Or not, I don't know, maybe.
No, I'm going to talk about my experiences
in Bolivia
in
as
Bolivia.
a circus juggler.
Yeah. I'm going to talk about them.
One of my characters.
The
I'm a
true
Bolivian
circus.
juggler.
Well, okay, I say woman, but truly more on the gender fluid kind of scale. I just like to slap women. No, not slap women, but slap women on everything. Don't take that out of context. I like to slap women. And men. And
I hate everyone.
Yeah, I'll slap.
I'll slap a baby. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Hire me for your birthday parties. I'll
chill,
slap
I
your
voted
kids.
Labour. It's my get out of jail free card. No, I voted Labour. It's chill.
Yeah, sure is, yeah. Oh, slap my kids, yeah. Hey, everyone likes a good slap.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
That's what you tell yourself. Go to sleep at night.
Yeah, slap my own ass. Nice.
Jesus. Rock and roll.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Excuse me, getting far too much into my personal clown.
Yes. Yeah. But what do you think? Is there something unique about it? Like, is there?
Oh yeah, I haven't answered. That's what the question was. Yes, in a way. So I guess there is there's a physical, biological component that you can't escape in this kind of work, where, for the most part, you're not going to be considered as strong or fast or whatever as the dude. But women tend to be considered more flexible, but that's also not entirely true. I guess there's a lot of gendered stereotypes in circus, you typically see more women on aerials, and you typically see more men doing acrobatics or partner balance or straps, which seems to be super male aerial for some reason, because it's all the strength.
Is that because more often than not, a guy's physique is more suited towards that practice?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Not all men, not all bodies.
Of course not, but
Which is
more
something-
often than not.
Yeah.
Sure, okay.
And maybe there's a lizard brain expectation of everyone's trainers and the people who hire circus performers and all that. Like men strong, women flexible.
Sure. I mean, I can speak on the flexibility side of things. Like I used to do quite a bit of yoga, and it would piss me off when I'd see a chick come in and can just do way better poses than me day one.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's weird because I think on average women are far more flexible than guys. It is quite. I wonder why that is actually. Maybe it's just there's more muscle on men. Or the muscle mass is more so on men.
Yeah, maybe that makes them stiffer.
Yeah. There might be something to do with because essentially you're stretching out tendons and muscle.
Yeah.
Through yoga, at least, and stretching in general.
Yeah.
And men on average have more muscle mass.
Maybe it's is it a birthing thing that women are more flexible?
That was my first thinking, right? Like, does wider hips come into play? I don't know.
Yeah, I was wondering.
I got no idea.
It's
Next
definitely
up,
helped me.
Yeah, are you quite flexible?
Yeah, I would say, like, not to brag or anything, but the dear Pope, said that I could be an average acrobat, so...
Fuck out of here.
Yeah, my flexibility is like...
I am average.
Average. I haven't been so well, like, this year, but at my best, and after a good warm-up, I can get my splits on my right side.
That's freaking huge.
Yeah, heck yeah.
I can't even touch my toes.
No way.
No, I'm terrible.
Aww.
So honestly, it took lots of yoga practice, and I've since switched gyms, so I'm not doing yoga as much.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Man, yeah, yoga's great.
Yeah, heck yeah. Even just even if you just like do like a sun salute, like 2 sun salutes in the morning. Yeah.
This is so good too when you feel the stretch go underneath.
Oh, that's a good one.
Jeez, man, the traps.
It
feels great right now.
Is it traps? Lats.
Lats. Sorry, thank you. Traps.
Yeah. I'm like, I only know because those are the ones that hurt the most.
I reckon Booth the Clown, we call it. Mm-hmm. This was great.
Oh!
Anything else you want to plug before we go?
Oh my god.
Shows, we've got one show, don't know when. We know where, though.
Yes. Imaginary Porno Charades.
Yeah, when is that? That's soon, though, right?
Yeah, that's on the 30th of October. I don't know if this...
Potentially this will come out by then. Let's just say potentially it'll come out.
Yeah, come see Booth the Clown, being Booth the Clown in Imaginary Porno Charades at Fringe Bar. I think it's like 7:30 or 8.
7:30 or 8, okay.
Rock up at 7.
Yeah,
why not?
Chill with me.
Yeah. I'm so low.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in, and goodbye. Guys, I hope you enjoyed. That was fun. Let me know what you think. If you have any crazy ideas for the podcast as well, just like things that you want to see, let me know, because I'm always open to just new, insane ideas. I've got some cool podcast episodes coming soon. I've got one. I'm going to do a competition on the podcast. I want to get Chinese water drip tortured on the podcast. I've got a few little crazy ideas coming at you. So stay tuned, and I hope you enjoyed, and let me know what you think. Thanks, guys.